Question is there room for a traditional relationship in today's society? Why or why not?
Absolutely. And that's my opinion, because my connotation of what tradition is that a man brings in the money. He's the head of the household. He does the hard labor work that is involved around the house, and the women do the cooking and cleaning. I think that if you trust the man enough and y'all have that bond, that it would absolutely be possible.
Ladies go first?
Of course.
Well, anyways, now I'm playing.
No, I actually do believe there is room for a traditional relationship in today's society. The reason why I say that is because, aside from the fact that I don't believe that men are monogamous by nature, there's still men and women out there who do value tradition. So what's my definition of a traditional relationship? A man who's the head of the household. A man who's leading in his masculinity, providing, protecting, and a woman is the curator of the home. Okay. So that's my tradition, and I believe that's out there. And I actually grew up in a household that was like that, and I witnessed that. And the men that I've dated in my life actually value those things.
Okay, so I'm going to say hell no, and I'm going to say, for my definition of a traditional relationship is monogamy. Commitment. Both couples committed to one another, living with one another, raising a family together, no cheating outside of the household. Mm-hmm. The husband works, the woman keeps the home, but she might also go be a go-getter and bring in money together. They have a goal set, and it's monogamous. When I think of traditional, I think of monogamy. I think of what your big mama portrayed with Papa. Even though we didn't know what was going on in the backstory, that's what I think about with a traditional relationship, and I say absolutely hell no. Because especially in this today's society, we've seen that. You can be a billionaire, you can be a Beyonce, and a nigga will still motherfucking go cheat with a goddamn rat. A great value version of you. Not even on your level. Like 10 stacks down. And you'll be like, what the fuck? You can literally suck the skin off his dick, fucking with the ocean vagina, and he's still gonna be a fuck nigga. And you can cook, clean, don't argue, give him beautiful children, and provide him with an immaculate home and a decent meal, and he will still be a fuck nigga.
So I think my definition for gender roles or traditional relationships is different. Everybody has been associating it with money and power, and I think that a traditional relationship are defined roles of what this person is doing and what the other person is doing. And in that sense, I do think that has gone away, because honestly, nobody knows what their roles are supposed to be anymore.
Right.
I mean, that's how I feel. Like, I don't feel like anybody's really aware of the roles we're supposed to play, because we're kind of like in the middle of two different generations before us who had no idea what the roles were supposed to play. So
I think men know the role. Men know. I don't think women know. Men know. Men know.
I mean, me personally, I don't want a traditional relationship, because in a traditional relationship, a woman is literally sitting back and not having any say in what's going on in her household. Because let's be real, if y'all are living in the same household, it's hers too. That's just not for me. Because if I live there, especially as hard as I work, I'm paying my bills. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go together on this. Even if it's not even just bills, we're splitting some way 50-50 or somewhat 50-50. So it's just more so like, okay, what works for us? What are we gonna make our traditional? So, nah.
I would say hell no. It's not possible, and it's for a multitude of reasons. One of them being, women are making way more money than they were in the past, right? So what that does is, when you make a lot of money, you start to feel like you're in control. You start to feel like you got a little bit of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, women of tradition that we're speaking of, it was kind of an ignorance is bliss kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Because their livelihood was tied to the guy. You know what I'm saying? Compared to women now who's making a little bit, a lot of money. You making legitimate money, ain't you?
For sure.
Right. So it's like in making that money, it took you, a little bit of gall, a little bit of, whatever to make it to the top. And you're not just gonna put that to the side. It don't matter how much a dude making, because it's not even about the money. It's a control thing.
When you say a man leading in his masculinity, what is masculinity to you?
Really, for me personally, it's just a man who's not afraid to lead a woman. I mean, I'm sure there's probably not a lot of men who are afraid to lead a woman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is for me: leading a woman, protecting her. Not being afraid of providing for her because people disagree with that in this society. Okay. So.
And when you say providing, outside of financial,
okay,
what else could that man provide?
Physical security, like protecting her. You know what I mean? Providing that. Providing some type of emotional security, but she still needs to be secure in her own emotions. Okay. She needs to stabilize her own emotions, but he can be there to kind of aid her, and guide her in a lot of things. So, yeah.
You said don't argue, cook, clean. 99% of y'all don't even cook.
First of all,
y'all might clean.
I depicted me.
And this ocean water we're not even gonna go that far. Sucking the skin off somebody. All right. Anyways. I agree with you on
sorry.
My definition of traditional relationships is like that the man goes out, he makes all the decisions, he brings all the money. The women have no say so except for, hey, I cook, I take care of the kids. When you come home, I cook your dinner. Whenever you want to have sex, we have sex. That's basically it. She takes care of the household duties. Whatever decision needs to be made, he makes a decision. Her opinion really doesn't. No, I'm just saying. That's my decision. Oh. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Do I think that will last in this time frame? No, because a lot of women don't operate on that point. A lot of women have their own rights. They have their own goals. They have their own standards that they set, which they rightfully so have to, and they need to go out there. And I mean, society right now, the money, the way things cost nowadays, it's not realistic. You can't live off of a black man's salary. Realistically, nowadays, most black men only make $40,000 a year. You ain't gonna build no family off of that unless you're gonna be in debt. Let's be realistic here. So you can't
even build a single life off.
Yeah,
that.
you need to have a two income household, and that's why I think traditional wise that doesn't work. And me personally, I think everybody should have their own opinion, their own rights, their own thoughts of how they move. So this me being the head and saying, hey, this is what we're gonna do, this is how we're gonna do it. I don't believe in it. I think each party should be able to come together and make a joint decision.
You know what society has told you your role is as a man. But what have you actually created that? Like, what have you actually done for yourself that says you believe in that?
When men go through things, and it's like a woman is always gonna say, "Oh, be a man." It's always a situation that you can find with any person that's gonna say, "Be a man," right? Be a man. Mm-hmm. So everybody has the idea of what being a man is. You know what I'm saying? Like, men don't do this. So as a man, you should. Like, everybody says that at some point in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing where we can say, "Well, oh, be a woman." It's like people say it, but it's not as common as, "Oh, be a man." So everybody knows what's expected from a man.
Okay, but you didn't answer the question. I said, where did you get that idea from? You're not answering the question. You're just talking around the idea. Where'd you get that idea?
I guess society. That's what we want to say, society.
But who in society? Your uncle, your daddy?
Just life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A man is superior to, that's a bad choice of words, but I'm going to say it anyway. A man is superior to, so why do I walk on this side of the sidewalk when you know what I'm saying? So I can get hit by the car first. Like, why is that? What is that to you?
Not everybody does that.
See, she said I'm right. But I'm saying, like, when you walk with a man, don't you want him to walk on the side closest to the street? Like, naturally,
honestly,
right?
I think we've gone on a tangent. The question was, do we believe that a traditional relationship exists?
Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it cannot, no, because nowadays women, they, you guys, you know what I'm saying? I love you guys, but y'all so independent that y'all want to run everything. Like, women want the say-so of everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, earlier they was talking about control. Like, women want to feel like they're in control. They want to say-so of everything. So it can't work with dating a man because they want to feel like, oh, I told him to do this, or this me. Like, I was a part of this. Like, they want to speak up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you guys have to be a part of the higher up of every situation, you know what I'm saying?
No, traditional relationships is not working in today's society. Main reason being is because we not in the old times. You know, back in the day with our ancestors and our grandmothers, they had the civil rights movement, and the women had to really back the men back then, but they didn't really have so much say in the household. Like, they knew that they had to take care of everything in the house because the men had to go out and work for everything. Nowadays,
I wouldn't say they didn't have no say, because they was putting it down, and at the end of that, they kind of got some shit in.
That man was out there working 12 hours, paying all the bills, and still getting beat by the white man. He was doing what the fuck he wanted to say. All right, that's just how that goes. Nowadays,
I'm not going to disagree with that.
Nowadays, we live in a time where women are more empowered, and since they are more empowered, they want equality across the board until it comes to a relationship. That's just how it is, and you want I don't want to say the traditional ways, because, like I said, women want to be empowered, but they want the man to still take care of everything as if it was traditional.
Listen to what you said. It's not about the money.
Right.
So what makes you think because I'm making more than a man that I can't give him the respect, like as if he was making more than me? If he treated me properly and did everything else a man should, what makes you think that money is the main factor in what a traditional relationship is?
Because it's not about him making more than you. If we talking about tradition, the woman wasn't working. The woman was at the crib. Like, Big Mama was at the crib raising them 10 kids that they was having back in the day because birth control was trash. She was at the crib. So it's like, again, my livelihood is tied to this man. So it's like, of course I'm going to stay. Because, like, a lot of these older people, like, they like to harp on tradition and say, the divorce rates was way lower back in the day than they are now. True, but it's because her livelihood was tied to dude. Today, most women are making their own bread, getting their own bag, setting up their own plays. So it's like, I'm going to be way less willing to tolerate bullshit. And bullshit meaning families across the tracks. Bullshit meaning a bunch of stepkids, him cheating on you, him doing whatever the case may be, because your livelihood is not tied to him.
I believe traditional relationships do not work. I think you need it's a mix. You kind of need something modern and then something traditional as well. Only because it just, to me, in dating now, traditional, just regular traditionalism is just, it doesn't fit because we have a lot of women that are bosses, getting their own bag, doing everything that they want to do. And it's hard to fit that in with a real man when you have a boss woman, unless he got to make like a significant amount of money more than her in a lot of cases.
Define a significant amount.
She making 90 and he had like 250, 300,000, something like that. Because I feel like when you're on the same level, when you're real close to the same level, y'all gonna butt heads a lot because she feels that y'all are kind of equal in a sense. And when y'all have too much equality, she gonna feel like she can overpower you at the end of the day.
You think every woman who is
No, not every woman.
Okay.
No, just how we're like the society that we're in today. You know what I'm saying? You got, real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that. It's hard for, especially like, and now I'm talking about just like regular guys, like 9-to-5 guys. I'm talking guys that, is a trash man. He's still make a decent amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And there's only a certain amount of women that's going to really pay attention to him, even though he can take care of all the bills. He can provide. He can be there for you emotionally, financially, support you in every way you need. But if a man came to you and y'all were kind of talking this real brief, you ask him what he do for a living, he say, I'm a garbage man. Mm-hmm. Would you entertain him? My point exactly.
In my opinion, traditionally, it doesn't work. The woman follows the man's footsteps. Whatever he wants to do, she follows that. When he comes home, hey, is my food cooked? Are the kids taken care of? Cool. He's just a provider. That's all he worries about is providing. He doesn't provide the emotional the spiritual healing. He doesn't do none of that. He's just there for providing.
So grim and
it is
sad and pathetic if you think that that's all a black man is worth is his paycheck and just to make a decision, because I wasn't raised in that type of household. My father was a thinker and he was emotional support. You know, you need someone to be strong, but sometimes you need your wife to be the next so she can turn the head. I want you to be a leader. I need you to be a thinker so that you can lead and guide me. And where you become weak, I'm supposed to make you stronger. I'm supposed to be your counterpart. I'm supposed to be your rib. I'm not supposed to be sitting here asking you, can you just provide a paycheck? No, I need you. I need you to be my black king. I need you to be the man to show me when I'm wrong. I need you to be a mirror to my flaws. I don't need you to heal me. I need you to grow with me. It's not your job to make me happy. I'm supposed to be happy, then you're supposed to be happy. Then we're supposed to come together and make these kids fucking happy, and then try to figure out what that looks like. So in the traditional sense of that, fuck no.
Honestly, I think that you guys don't really know what you want from a woman. Like I don't think you know what you want from a woman, but vice versa. I don't think a lot of women know what they want from a man.
Yeah, facts.
So
facts.
You think that women want control, but women are literally being brainwashed with music and media to be in control.
That's true.
Because women think that that's what a man wants, is a woman that's independent. But in reality, y'all don't really want that. You want the illusion of independence, but you want her to submit to you. You want her to do what you're asking her to do.
Right. I mean, that's a fact. Most definitely. I think women are getting brainwashed by the music, and I do think that, I mean, we really don't care about all that independent shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all getting brainwashed by the music too. Don't let me get started.
But see, the thing about it is, men, we are the simplest of the simplest. Like, women are very complicated, and they expect us to be complicated with them. But no, we are simple, and we're gonna stay simple. So the more you do, it's like we just going along with the flow sometimes.
No.
Yes, it is.
I disagree with that.
Men are very simple.
I disagree with
very
that.
simple.
Men are not simple.
What?
Women are not simple. Neither one of us are simple. But the problem is nobody's willing to listen to what each other is saying.
That's a
you
fact,
listening
though.
to respond.
That's a fact.
Not to understand what I'm trying to say to you. And that's the problem. It don't have nothing to do with none of that shit.
For me, a nigga not about to, it was spoken on earlier, a nigga not about to come in and tell me what I can and cannot do with my money that I've made. I have literally worked my ass off to get in the positions, get in the doors that I've gotten into. So you're going to come in and tell me, nah, you not about to do this and do that. Like, okay, hold on. Come at me with a more logical position, because I don't hear you right now. Because if you're not saying, hey, like, yo, we can make more money or easier money, better money doing this while you sitting over here doing this, I'm going to hear you. But if you telling me, nah, you ain't doing that.
But are you gonna really hear them though? Because there are men who.
Are you asking me or are you asking for the?
He asking you.
I'm asking.
Yes, the fuck.
I'm asking you, because there are women who a man may make just as much as them, and they don't see that man as a leader. They don't see that. They don't give that man a chance to actually even lead. For a lot of men, and I mean, some women don't know this, but for a lot of men, some niggas is learning this shit on the fly, but they don't let you know that.
So you're basically telling me that you have niggas that don't know how to lead, but they're expecting for a woman to let him take the lead.
You don't know
because
that.
You just said
you don't know he don't know how to lead. You don't know he don't know how to lead until he tells you that. Until then,
see, that's where open communication comes in at. Because if a woman is where she's supposed to be, then she knows exactly what she wants from a man. She knows what she wants. She knows what she doesn't want. So if that man is coming in the door, if he's coming in the gate and he don't know what he wants, you can see that from a mile away.
But if you commit to that man, you trust him with everything that he's doing, right?
But hold on, we talking about it from the gate, because you saying we can't get there from the gate. So we're not even there yet.
I mean, I agree in the sense of the making money part, right? Women are bosses nowadays. They're making money, making their own bread. They don't have to depend on men. But that doesn't mean it changes my perspective of what I value or view a man should be in a household. That does not change the amount based on the amount of money I make. It's the respect I have for him. It's the character he has. It's the respect he shows me. It's the loyalty and honesty he shows me. And that's never defined by money.
Okay, so just quick question. I'm curious. What do you value in a man today as far as him running the house? Like, what are some of the characteristics?
Loyalty, because you can make nothing and I could make all the finances for a house. But if you're loyal to me, I'll stay.
Okay, let me whoa. Let me rewind because I might have misheard. You said that if you're dating a man and he's making no money at all,
yep,
that you would stay dating him as long as he's loyal.
I could, because guess what? There are men out here who make so much money, but they're fucking trash.
True.
And I've ran into it.
True.
So why would I not take the lesser amount with someone who values and respects me over a dude who's making all this money and wants to throw these things in my face? Bitch, I could buy this shit myself. True. I don't need that. I could do it myself.
So you're saying you're willing to take care of a man is what you're saying?
I have. But guess what? But I also have with the intentions of knowing that the man I want is trying to aspire to be better.
He could be making like $80,000, $90,000. But mentally, y'all hear garbage man and think he's trash or he think he broke.
Not necessarily.
So
because I've dated truck drivers and I've dated men. Oh, I guess that's different.
It's a little bit different.
Okay. Well, I can only speak from my personal experience. I guess because what I'm used to, no, I probably would not entertain a man who drives a trash truck. I guess unless he's owning it. I mean, the company, I don't know. I mean,
you see?
I don't know.
It's not fair for men today. It's not.
I agree with that. You guys have a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
A lot of men don't know like where they fit. Like especially those men that's in the middle, they don't know where they fit because they either broke to the women that they really want or they just don't fit because those bottom women are shooting way above their league and they're not giving them a chance.
So let me ask you this. Why can't a man work at becoming who he needs to be to attract the type of woman he wants?
I think a lot of times he does. But again, those type of women don't want a garbage man.
So it's the
he
title.
Can have his own
it's
house.
The title itself that.
Yeah, a lot of times it's the title. Yes, with women, yes, absolutely, it's the title. Unfortunately, but it's the title. And the woman, she can be a bottle girl. She can be shaking ass in the club. She can be a stripper. She wants the same respect. She wants to be courted. She wants to be treated with respect. She wants to be treated like she works a 9 to 5. Like she wants those same things, but she doesn't give. Those type of women don't give those men the same, and it's not fair.
I think that a lot of women have to find their own identity in what makes them happy first. I stand on a woman finding her own career, her own happiness, and who she is before she comes together with a man. You know, that's why you get the Aisha Currys like, oh, why don't people look at me? Like, you get those type of women because they haven't identified who they are outside of their husband. I know exactly who I am outside of my husband, but my husband makes me a better woman, so I'm proud to be Mrs. XYZ, as any woman should want to be. So I think you can have a little bit of the traditional sprinkled in there, but I do believe that you do have to come together and have that type of relationship. Now, if you're talking about monogamy, no, I don't fucking believe that exists with men, especially the more money that a man makes, the more options he has. Now, does that mean he's going to walk away from his household? Cheaper to keep her. But I do think that men will play. And when it comes to that, I think that cheating is a wealthier man's sport than a poor man. Because I'm not tolerating cheating in the monogamy sense of a traditional relationship from a broke-ass nigga.
Women are controlling. Men are controlling. It has nothing to do. Nobody is the culprit here. The problem is nobody's listening. Nobody's adapting to each other. And when they reach a point where they can't fucking communicate anymore because there's so much built up shit that they just give up. And what's at their fingertips? Options.
Right. Yeah.
Options. New start. A fresh start. That's the problem. That's the problem. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
So you saying that? I mean, that's that. I agree with you though. I agree with you though. I agree with you there. I agree with you on that. But it all comes from the traditional standards of living and the way to be. Like, if the woman is not going to listen to a man because a woman wants a man to be a man, that's the reason she's not going to listen to him. If we taking advantage of each other, of course we're not going to listen to each other.
Can you repeat that? A woman is not going to listen to a man because what?
Because they want them to be their idea of a man. Right. They want them, their idea of a man is what they want them to be. So until they are that, they're not going to listen.
Okay.
They're not going to listen. So we can't, it's no the communication is kind of like, it's cut off. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't sit here and say, oh, we're not letting a man take the lead, this, that, and the third, but you're sitting in the same breath, you're saying they're learning on the fly. So you're telling me you're expecting me to allow you to take the lead, and you don't even know what you're doing.
So you saying you gonna cut that man legs from under him from?
No, you could go ahead and grow with somebody else.
See, that's the reason why he's still with you, because he know that
he's not with me because I cut him off a long time ago.
See, so you cutting men off. You're not giving men chances.
No. Can we grow together? If you're not showing me we can grow together, you're telling me that you want to take the lead. You want to lead whatever situation we got going on, but you don't even know how to take the lead. No, you gotta stay back there. Now, if you're presenting to me in a way that you're saying, "Hey, let's grow together," I still need help in these areas, but this is where I'm going. This is what I see. This is what I envision, not just for myself, but for us.
This is where we're
then,
going.
Of course, let's work that out.
This is where we're going. All right. That's just when in today's society, because so much is 50-50. But yet y'all still want the man to lead. You gotta let that man just.
You
move
just
how
told me he
move.
didn't know how to lead.
No, I said
I'm told me he's learning on the fly.
Okay,
how I'ma do that?
But I'm telling you that something that he wouldn't have told you if y'all was in a relationship.
But see, if I'm dealing with a man and he doesn't know how to take the lead in certain aspects,
but
okay.
I'm saying, but hold on, no.
We talking about me, right? All right. So if I'm dealing with a man. And coming out the gate, I'm learning that, okay, he can take the lead in these areas, but I see he's, it's like certain things that I see I'm going to have to pick up the slack on. Okay, cool. But if we're having open communication, then I can talk to him about that. And vice versa. He can talk to me about the things that I'm lacking in, and I hope that he does that. Mm-hmm. That's genuinely what I want, which is why I say that I don't feel like traditional relationships are realistic in today's day and age.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're not going to work in today's society, for sure.
I'm not going to take care of a man for life, mm-hmm. but if we're connected enough to the point where I know he's down right now and I need to support him. I'm not going to lie to you. Back when I was younger, I used to think different. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm older, it's a 180, right? So back then I used to be like, very traditional. I'm like, the man needs to bring the most amount of money in the home, and that's how I should respect him based off that. But right, the older we get, you got to think of what really matters. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter to me if whether it's me or him makes some more money, but it's the connection, but behind the scenes of how we're doing that would really hold a relationship together. Because if he makes more money than me and then he cheats and he's like, oh, here's a new bag, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I could care less about that shit.
So you don't believe in traditional relationships?
I believe it to an extent where, like, the women play the women's role as cooking, cleaning, and the men do the main, decisions in the home, do the hard labor. I believe in that aspect. But as far as women making the same amount of money as men, that's the only probably non-traditional sense I believe in. Because you're right, it's 2021. Women are out here making more money than men nowadays.
Okay, I would agree with you on that. And I think social media has a lot to do with the decisions that a lot of this generation of women make. I agree. But I'm a firm believer, if you want to attract or gain something that you want, like, say, for example, as a woman, we understand that certain women have access to certain types of men just based on looks alone.
Facts.
You can't be, and I hate to say this, but it is what it is. We're not being PC here. Most men with money don't want an obese woman.
That's correct.
They just don't. It is what it is. So if I was a woman, I was struggling with my weight, and I'm like, dang, it would really be nice to have access to a certain type of man. Mm-hmm. I need to get my ass in the gym.
Mm-hmm. I would say most men would want an obese woman, period.
You said most men don't?
I think most men, period, wouldn't want an obese woman.
Wouldn't want to, right. I get that.
She can be thick, you know what I'm saying? She can be voluptuous, all that good stuff, but big.
Right, but my point is, we should be able to work at or become the person that we want. I say this lightly, to attract, because here's the thing, and this is why I stopped leading with my education and my career and my money, because I realized that the men who become serious with me, they don't care about
that.
My education or my money
at all.
Like, if anything, they probably ask me what's my credit score. but they're not in my bank account.
It's those intangibles. That's what we look
Y'all
for.
looking for the intangibles. How am I going to be to you as a wife? Am I going to make a great example as a mother to your future children?
Exactly.
Because my degree and my career has nothing to do with those two things.
Yep.
I think now because they have their own money, they have their own goals, they have their own ambitions. They do what they want when they want, and they really, most of women are making more than men nowadays. In the black, let's put, shit, in all races, really. So I mean,
The fuck?
no, they don't. Financially, they don't respect them. Let's put it that way.
I'm like, no.
And that right there is already a lost cause anyway. If they don't respect you financially, they have no goals for you anyway.
I mean, again, that goes back to cheating is a rich man's sport.
But cheating is not a no. You had your time. Your time is up.
I didn't even get to talk. Don't even try it.
Cheating is not a rich man's sport. How the hell is cheating a rich man's sport?
Let me tell you. Let's start out. Let's roll back to what you said.
Please explain to me how cheating is a rich man's sport.
Let's roll back to what you said. You said that women are making more money. You said that women are making more money.
Yes.
So I am not my big mama. Why the fuck if I'm gonna tolerate you going to fuck Lucille, Jamie Lynn down the street, you got a kid across the tracks.
I didn't say multiple cheating. You said cheating. If you cheat one time, that's still a cheat, right?
It doesn't
if
fucking
you're broke
matter.
or if you're rich, if you cheat one time, you're gonna cheat.
You're gone, my nigga. First of all, why are you here?
But did he still cheat?
I am not fucking Build-A-Bear.
But did he still cheat?
I'm not Build-A-Bear.
Did he cheat?
He might have cheated, but his ass is gone.
So it's not a rich man's sport.
No, yes, it is. Because if he wants to fucking stay with the winning team and eat at this motherfucking table where we are making hundreds and thousands a year, my nigga, you're going to pay to stay.
When a woman approaches you with a problem, you tune her out. You don't listen. You really not listening. Because you know how I know niggas do this shit? Because y'all respond to one part of what a woman says. We'll say, you didn't do this, and I really feel like this, and I'm getting fat, and my mama is sick, and you respond like, I did take the trash out this morning. Like y'all don't like.
Well, yeah.
You don't listen. That's proof that you don't listen. You don't even listen when you read the text.
So look.
Y'all still respond to one thing.
Right. Okay.
It's right in front of you.
Well, look, I'm gonna break it down in the simplest form. Like it's a couple of ways why that happens. You know what I'm saying? And number one, I'm just going with two of them. Right. Number one is we really don't like you, so we really don't give a damn what you're talking about. Square business, you know what I'm saying? Like you think I'm your person, but baby girl, I'm just a person. You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
Then you're right. And the number two goes back into what I'm saying. I'm not responding the way you want me to respond, so therefore it's not gonna be received in the right way. Like you want me to be this person the way I respond.
You're dating an immature woman. You're dating an immature woman because if I'm approaching you about something, I'm not depending on my reaction on how you respond. I'm depending my reaction on how I feel about what we're talking about.
Exactly, and women are always in their feelings.
Openly about what you want to say so that I can respond accordingly. Like that. See, it's pride.
I feel you. No, I feel you.
Pride is the biggest downfall
baby girl,
for
look
men,
here.
not women, because we don't have that much pride.
Look here, you are a part of the 0.05%. If you really feel like that, then you are a part of the 0.5% of women, and I need your number, and I'm gonna take you out later.
And if you really feel,
because I'm not gonna find you again. I'm not gonna find you again. You are my last resort because women don't think like that.
It sounds good.
Do women respect men the way that they did in the past?
I think they want to.
Why? How?
I think that women search for a man that they feel that deserves their respect. Do I feel like they willingly give it? No, I don't. I feel like the way that social media portrays what a man is supposed to do for women, and what men expect out of what they expect the ideal woman to be, or not even what they expect the ideal woman to be, but what they're like the areas that they go to date, and then their expectations out of those women. It's like the respect level just doesn't equal up.
So wait, you say the areas they go to date. What would those areas look like?
Somebody earlier mentioned bottle girls, and some of my best friends are bottle girls. They hustle their ass off. Much love and respect to y'all. But there's certain men that are saying, they're looking at women who work in certain professions
And they're like, oh, but we don't want them in the club every weekend. We don't want them doing this. We don't want them popping bottles with these niggas and doing this and doing that. But that's how they make their money. And so they're like, oh, but if they're making their money that way, then this is all they're looking for. They're only looking for niggas that's making this type of money.
A man is not going to judge you on the money that you make. It's the fact that you stay there without an exit plan. That's where he's going to look at you.
I respect that.
That's where he's going to look at you.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? So,
y'all happy he made a comeback? Oh, okay.
y'all, hold on. Let me get in here. I'm just saying.
The initial question is, do women respect men the same way, right?
Yeah, and y'all don't.
Okay, and I agree. I said that. I said they want to. I don't think that they do. I think social media.
But how did you say that how do you say that y'all want to? Like.
So women.
You got elaborate on that, because it's been so much miscommunication.
There has been. I agree. I feel like a lot of women look for a certain type of man. They're like, oh, this man has to do this. This man has to do that. He has to provide for me. He has to pay my bills. If my car breaks down, he got to pay for that. He got to keep gas in my car. He got to do this and all that. Okay, were you doing that before he came along? Because if not, me too, girl. But I'm saying, like, they're saying, like, these are all of the things that men are supposed to do. So in their head, this is the things that they will respect. But in reality, it's like, what are you actually doing to where that man respects you as well?
Okay, so just hypothetically speaking, if you was dating a guy,
okay,
he's making he's making less money than you.
Okay,
but you know, again, if we talking about respecting the man being a man, like, do you agree that the man is the leader of the household?
Yes.
Okay, so if this man is making no money and you're taking care of him.
What do you mean by no money and taking care of him?
We just said about 3 to 4 or 5 minutes ago that you would date a man who wasn't making anything, as long as he was loyal.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that man. Okay. So if you in a relationship with this man, he's not making no money at all.
Okay.
Right? Would he be able to stop you from purchasing certain things? So like if you spending money, hey baby, you need to relax a little bit. You spend a little too much, you know, whatever. We got this, we got this, we got that. Of course he wouldn't. So like I said, you do not believe in traditional relationship, because when you say of course he couldn't,
but
you're cutting his knees from under him.
No, that's not true, because in the traditional, my parents are very traditional.
Right.
They grew up in the third world country and then came to the States.
Right.
So they're very traditional by all sense. But if you think just because that mentality is there, my dad didn't ask my mom twice about purchasing things because it's a joint decision, that's still a part of the traditional in my sense.
Do women today respect men like they used to?
No.
And why do you think that is?
I say that because of the results of marriage and relationships today. Mm-hmm. If we as women did respect y'all like our grandmothers did to our grandfathers, mm-hmm. most of us would be married by now. Mm-hmm. We probably would have to wait till we're past 30 to get married and have children. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then just the fact that we're having these battle of the sexes conversations, I feel like that's also kind of from that too, that lack of respect. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I don't believe that women respect men today.
Do you think money has an issue, or you think money is the factor of the respect?
Dang, that's a good question.
Yes.
Oh, first of all, let me hold on.
I know the answer.
Maybe.
I know the answer.
It plays a part. I'll say that. It plays a part.
Like 90%.
Okay.
and I think, it's a little bit off topic on it, but I think that's what's confusing to men as well, because there'll be a lot of men who only want to get the money, and you see a lot of times those men with that money, you see how they treat those women because they get in that position because money is power, essentially. So once you have money, then you're able to do what you want, move how you want to move, dictate things, and if you have a woman who submits to you because of that, then it's like, I could do whatever I want because I can have 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely confusing to a lot of men because it's like, do I want to make money or do I want to be comfortable?
I mean, I can only tell you from my experience.
What is he gonna pay with?
I can only tell you from my experience.
Your experience broke niggas. So you've dated broke niggas is what you're telling me.
I'm telling you from my experience now.
I didn't know you. What is your experience? Because either you dated broke niggas or you dated rich niggas. Which one did you date?
My experience now is if you do have extra fucking curriculars. I mean, there are lots of big, nice gifts that come with it. I know that sounds really shallow.
I
mean, so
again,
I've seen niggas who have $1 billion women and they still fucking cheat on them with.
So you've never seen a broke nigga cheat?
I've seen broke niggas, but I don't even know. Sweetie, why am I even paying it? That's not even in my conversation. That's like talking about McDonald's. I don't fucking eat there. I don't know what's on the fucking menu. I haven't eaten there in years. Why? Why is that a conversation? Now ask me something I do know that I eat. I do know what the fuck is on Steak 48's menu.
Because you know what McDonald's is, right?
I know what it's at because it's because it's a staple, but don't mean I go there, okay?
It's a staple, which means
a staple in a broke community. Meaning that's what started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Just listen to me. Like, really think. You're saying just listen to me. You're saying we don't listen, but you don't listen. No. It's literally both. Like, men do not, like, when I say men don't listen, like, you guys literally do not listen.
I'm not saying that women don't listen. We do listen. I'm not saying that women don't listen. I'm saying that they don't listen at the right time. They listen to what they want. Whatever they want to hear is what they listen to. You know what I'm saying? Women are not gonna just completely bow down.
And you know what y'all do? You tell her what she wants to hear. So
exactly, because it's easy.
You're part of the problem. Hey, I don't like that you hug
I
that
don't
nigga
do that,
at the
but
club
right.
or whatever, right? You just fester on it. You be looking at her like, you know she like her arm around you at night and shit, but you don't do none of that. You start doing that petty shit. Right. You really just you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And you know what? But that goes back to my original point.
And that's a fact. Okay,
you're taught not to.
Yes, it's a dog-eat-dog world for men. So, yes, we're going to do some things that we shouldn't do. And if it's easy, we're more prone to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is right. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. But it's beyond that. Past beyond that. Mm-hmm. You still have to pay attention to what you want to pay. Like, your morals that you say you have, you got to stand on them. Because a lot of people that say, oh, I would never date a man and do such a thing. And baby girl, I know 3 of them that's, you know what I'm saying, that's with you right now. So it's like, like you have to live by what you're really talking about. And that,
okay.
That's all.
And y'all niggas don't do that either. I think women want to respect men, and then they're also, somebody said something about brainwashing too. Like, they're also just so
caught up in social media.
So caught up in social media to where it's like relationship goals this, relationship goals that.
Social media.
Since you don't know that nigga just cheated on her 15 times with the same girl that he told you not to worry about. So
social media brings up so much, unrealistic expectations.
It's like, what are you really looking for when it comes to respect? Are you looking, because like, I've legit had this conversation with a guy that I've dated. It's just like, yo, are we monogamous? Are we not seeing anybody else? Well, you the only one that I'm messing with on this level. All right, cool, same. I'm still texting my other niggas too, though. So, are you texting your other nigga? Are you texting your?
He's not gonna tell you that.
No, but that's the thing. That's where open communication comes in it, because he did. He told me. He was like, "Nah, I'm still texting these other females. This is where you and I are. But this is what I'm doing. This is what you got going on, and we're gonna continue moving in this direction until we figure out, like, okay, do we just want to be us? But when it comes to the respect level, it's like, are these other bitches gonna keep popping up in my face? And when I'm hanging out with you, are they gonna? Is it gonna be I'm coming to you as a woman type shit? Because if so, I don't need to deal with you. So it just depends on what your level of respect is. Because to me, it's honesty.
So, question: did your dad make more money than your mom?
Yes.
Okay, so again, that echoes this tradition.
But that doesn't mean that I felt like if my mom made more money, she wouldn't ask my dad. Why do you think that women are always the villain?
I'm not saying that women are the villain.
No, it sounds like you think women are the villains. So it sounds like you've been played by some villains before.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm just saying what it sounds like.
That's what I'm saying.
Like someone.
What I'm saying is, this is my point.
This is what I think you're trying to say. Men have grown up with the idea that they have to make more money and the women won't respect them if they don't, until they run across a woman who will respect them, even if they don't match the amount of money a woman makes. I think that's the problem. Yeah. And I'm not saying there's many, because I'm not gonna lie, I know plenty of women in this world. But until
shout out to all two
until you run across a woman who really doesn't care and you've seen it for yourself, you wouldn't be able to agree with me.
But again,
you would never be able.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that point. What I'm disagreeing on, again, if we establish that in a traditional role, the man is the leader. My point is, a traditional role would not work because women are making money. Women make way more money than they made in the past. And I asked you that question to prove my exact point when I said, if you're dating a man who's not making any money, right? And we just agreed, hey, the man is the leader of this household. And what the leader means is that I'm setting plays up to guide this family in the right direction. But when I just asked you the question, I said, look, if this man's not making no money, and he's loyal, because that's what you said. I'm using your words, not mine. If he's loyal, he's not making no money. But he comes to you and said, look, baby, you're spending a little too much money. You need to slow this shit down. And you said, hell no, he can't tell me how to spend my money. So what that means is that you do not agree with tradition.
But that's a bias. That's a biased opinion from you, right? Because let's switch it, right? And I'm making the majority of the bread, and he comes to me and he wants to make a decision on, babe, this is what I think we should buy for the household. Even though he's not making money, why wouldn't I be prone to being able to say, yes, I think that makes sense? You're just choosing one specific in a world of endless possibilities.
I didn't create the scenario.
He's not going to be able.
You did.
No, you did, because you said, he be able to tell you no? The same way I'm saying I wouldn't be able to tell him no. If we're working on this and I believe in that, and he thinks we should spend this money on this, why am I not prone to be able to be like, yes, I agree with you?
But that's not what you said.
I'm flipping it on you.
You said, hell no. He's not telling me how to spend my money.
Yeah, so the same sense of me saying hell no is me saying he's allowed to, if he thinks this amount of money should go towards this, I also agree with him. There's always an end circumstance to things. You're not thinking of that. You didn't ask me that question. You only wanted to ask me what you wanted to ask me.
Of course I wanted, because I want to make my point. I'm not trying to make
your point is invalid now because I just flipped it on you.
You didn't, because at the end of the day, my point is consistent. Most women in this era say they want a traditional relationship, but fact is, most women in this era are way more bosses than women in the past era, and because of that, they are not going to let a man dictate what they do with their money. Okay. That's just real.
See, I feel like a woman will submit if she wants to submit regardless if a man has money or not. And there's this post by, I think, Carrie Hilson, like a couple of months back, and she was talking about how she'll be feminine if she gets a certain type of guy. And to me, it's just like, you're either feminine or you're not.
Thank you.
It shouldn't be determined.
Thank you.
You know, if this man is going to provide for you or whatever the case may be, you don't turn it on or off. Right. It's just there.
Yes.
And I feel like, I have to say it, in this day and age, women, especially black women, lack femininity. And it's not really, I think that's just because we weren't taught that. Sounds like something I've said before.
Several times.
We weren't taught that. You know, we grew up in single family households where our mother had to be the mom and the dad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So she had to turn on her masculinity to make sure she was strong for the both of us. So, yeah.
And that plays a part with men too, because men aren't able to be men or become men because one, they don't have enough examples around them. They're raised by their mother. Now they're all emotional, and you know what I'm saying? You want to know why he's so soft, and because that's why.
Cheating is not a rich nigga.
It is. I mean, maybe not for the caliber of women that you go for, because typically broke ass niggas go for lower caliber women. You know, who are going to tolerate a lot of fuck shit. So at the end of the motherfucking day, again, we have two different perspectives. Because I'm in a different fucking tax bracket. I'm not tolerating certain shit. Okay, I'm in a different motherfucking tax bracket. I pay taxes. I don't get no PPP loans, whatever the fuck y'all talking about. It's real bitch, real money here. Okay,
and we are in the same ballpark, right?
Okay,
cool.
So
and I'm not gonna date somebody off of what the money they make.
Okay, but do you mess with women with lots of money, or do you feel like they emasculate you because their masculine energy is just a little too strong for you?
I mess with women with a lot of money. I mess with women with no money. It don't matter to me. People are gonna be who they are if they got money or don't have money. They gonna do what the fuck they want to do.
Are you even considering a committed relationship? Yes or no?
Right now, with a rich woman or a broke woman, I'm not considering a relationship at all.
Exactly. So
it don't matter.
You wouldn't even be a topic of conversation.
It don't matter.
But for a man who wants to stay in a committed relationship, or what that defines of a committed relationship, he knows that you set the standard. You say that when you go into a relationship, this is what it's going to be. Cool. You can lay down. This is how it's going to be. This is what you're going to do.
So a rich man can't do that.
I see plenty of rich
A broke man can't do that. He can't lay down.
I don't know what he's doing.
So what you're saying is a broke man has no standards. I don't know what he's. And he should abide to whatever you say. I'm sure he's doing that with a broke ass female, but that's not with me, and that's what I'm telling you. So you can't. I mean, again, you're talking about a conversation that I'm not even in the same tax bracket. It's not even a conversation with me.
We both need to work on ourselves.
That women need to do that?
Women specifically, but we both need to work on ourselves.
Why women more than men? Please elaborate.
Because men know, we know what we doing. Like, we really aware. Like, if we do wrong, we know. Okay, I know I did some fucked up shit. Women,
right. But do you acknowledge
be
it?
Like, oh my God.
But do you acknowledge that you did it? That you did something wrong?
It depends. To my partners, maybe not to you. Okay.
Where are we going with this?
Just going off of traditionalism, men used to take care of everything. So when men were the breadwinners, men. You know, you needed something, the man took care of it. You needed to eat, he took care of it. Kids needed to eat, the man took care of it. Now, y'all look at it as the fact that, well, I don't need him to buy me this, or I don't need him to get me this. So you look at everything else that he's trying to bring to you, y'all put it on a minuscule level.
So
and y'all don't.
I've healed from that type of oppression, but why can't the man heal from that? Why can the man not heal from feeling like he has to be that person who provides everything?
Men are okay with not necessarily paying for everything that you have, because in today's society, that's just it doesn't work.
But you just said that that's what is expected, right?
No. I said women expect men to.
So, hold on, wait. You just said the same word, expected. I said that's what's expected. You said no, women expect. Okay, so cool. So y'all asked, when I asked, are we talking about the general public, or are we asking about me? Everybody in this room that was male said, no, we talking about you. Okay, so. I ain't say that. Kitty, it was you. So, if we're talking about me, all right, cool.
So
I have no issue with, like, if I'm dating you and I genuinely am digging you at that moment. Like, I am gonna send you, like, hey, yo, here's $20 for lunch today. Please make sure you eat. Like,
what about a haircut?
I have no issue with that. Did it.
You gonna send him $180 for sneakers.com? You know he needs.
Do you know how much I spent on my own sneakers? Do you want to see my collection? Yes.
I mean, if
he been talking about these shoes that he wants that is coming out in 2 months for however long, all right, so he say, yo,
so like, we gonna stop talking about you and we gonna start talking about the general
because you're losing this. I got you
because you're an anomaly. Yeah, that don't happen too often.
See, that's what he said. And then you're looking at the wrong ones, bro.
We can sit here and we can dance around it. Ideally, if a man, if he's good with numbers, and fuck that. So, you making more money than he's making. So man's gonna be able to sit there and tell you, no, baby, you cannot spend the money that you made.
Based on what you're saying, so then you think that because the roles are reversed and women make more money, should I be able, because I'm making more money, let's say we're together and I make more money, should I be able to call the shots and tell you what we're spending the money on? Would that demasculate you as a man?
Would
you still want to be in a relationship with me?
If you are dictating anything to me, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. It should be a conversation. It should be no, baby, we about to spend this. I don't give a fuck what you think. We spending this. No, I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman like that. No, I don't.
So I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for every modern day woman in today's society, and I consider myself a reformed modern day woman. Okay. So for me personally, what I expect from okay, excuse my friends. I'm sorry, I'm working on that. I don't,
Okay.
So a modern day man in today's society is more of like a 50-50 type of guy. I'm not saying that's right or that's wrong, but that's not. And 50-50 can be, I guess, described in many different ways.
I believe so.
For different people. But as a reformed modern day woman, what I want from my modern day man is I want him to lead. I want to follow his guidance. I want him to really not be afraid to be a man.
What do you want from us?
Oh, this is easy. Commitment. Loyalty.
That was easy.
Respect. And I would love fucking monogamy, but if you got it in you, can you pull that out the back? You know, Jesus, can you dust off the last one in the very, very back for me? That's what women want. And that's where you get women who say he don't have to have a whole lot of money, because if he's loyal, respectful, committed, he admires you, and he loves God, I mean, then who wouldn't want that type of man? And he's monogamous? Oh, and he's slanging good D? Please sign me up, Jesus. Who wouldn't want that?
I'm not a woman. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, what woman wouldn't want that? I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some women, but some women, not all, some women have been conditioned to, you know what, fuck niggas, get money. If he can't pay these bills, fuck him. I'm just not one of them because I pay my own fucking bills. You need to be able to provide me something other than what I can provide myself. And commitment, loyalty, respect, admiration, monogamy, those are the things that matter to me. Not, I can buy you a purse. Okay, I can go buy me a purse. Cool. I can take you to Greece. I can fly myself to Greece. My passport's in my purse every day, just in case shit pop off.
So you just stated you don't date nobody outside your tax bracket, but the standards that you just said had nothing to do with tax bracket.
I have not seen a nigga with those qualities in a lower tax bracket or a nigga in a higher tax bracket.
You can't win.
If you ask me, do I want to cry in a Wraith or a Honda?
Why are you so loud?
Well, I would rather be in a fucking Wraith.
You can't win with these women.
Women do not fuck around with niggas no more, man. Like,
men don't respect themselves. So what? How you expect us to respect you?
What the fuck does that mean?
Y'all don't respect yourself. Like you literally.
We come up short. We don't attempt. Like we don't be the person you want us to be. Like
y'all.
I got so much potential, and you're like, I see so much in you, and I don't reach that. So that's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is everything about who a man is supposed to be now is completely different than what it used to be. So men are supposed to be keep shit player. You gotta have a full roster. Even if you're married, you gotta have a roster.
No.
You gotta have Atlanta bitches, Las Vegas bitches, Miami bitches. Where else? England, if we going overseas with it. Where they be going in Mexico?
Don't forget Dubai.
Where everybody going?
You need to buy Tulum. I need a Tulum shorty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all don't respect yourselves. Y'all, you know that having sex with someone creates a soul tie, right? But you giving your soul away to all these bitches, and you picking up all these demons. You picking up all these demons.
Women do not choose the right niggas.
I agree with that. As a woman who has chosen the wrong niggas, I agree with that.
Women
I don't disagree with it.
Right
I feel like accountability has to be taken on both parties.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them that don't take take accountability.
As women, I'm gonna speak as a whole, because like a lot of women actually do this. They sit there and say, "Oh, niggas ain't shit. Nigga can't do this. Nigga can't do that. Like these niggas trash." Women, take responsibility, because if this is all you're seeing, baby, you're attracting that yourself. What are you doing differently to attract a better nigga?
We supposed to be a team, right?
Correct.
Team means we come to the table and say, "Hey, look, baby, this is my thoughts."
Correct.
Your thoughts.
That's what when I talk about my connotation of traditional is I've never seen my dad literally tell my mom, "This is what I'm spending the money on." My mom does. She's literally a housewife. When I tell you the true definition of traditional, her job, my dad, when they came to the States, was you raise these 4 kids and I'll take care of everything else. But he never let that get over his head with, let me not ask my wife, who is a part of this family, who makes nothing, but also in the sense of raising kids, bring something to the table, what I should and should not spend money on.
But the thing is that I'm not denouncing that point. What I'm saying is I don't believe in tradition. I believe in more of a hybrid. situation. I don't believe in because traditionally, like, women had a say, but the man has veto power. Because I'm the man. I'm the leader of this family. So it's like, yeah, you can give me your suggestions, but if I don't agree with it, I'm the man. I'm the leader of this situation. We going this way. I don't care. It is what it is. I don't believe in that.
What do men expect from women in today's society?
I think a lot of it is the same thing a lot of men always wanted. Not much has changed. One would be sex. That's not always being provided. And I don't feel like men shouldn't always have to, not always, men shouldn't always have to mentally stimulate the woman and always, like, because a lot of situations, the man always has to be romantic. He has to buy the flowers. He has to plan the date out. He has to do all these extravagant things just for him to get a piece of ass.
Well, some women need that mental stimulation. Some women feel like they need to be romanced to get it going. You know what I mean?
So when do men get romance? Like, stay wet. Like, you know what I'm saying? When do
I mean, but if you as a man are not like keeping your woman, like, you know, it's something about your essence that's not keeping her.
I disagree because you will have men, because men will say it all the time online. Like, you'll have men that try. Women, you'll say that. You know, you want to be mentally stimulated. You want to be taken out. He'll do everything that you ask, and it may be good for 2-3 weeks, and it goes back to what it was. So it's like, that's why he steps out. Because I've tried. I've done everything I possibly can do, and it's still, the results end up the same.
Okay, so sex and what else?
So, okay, sex, and of course I'm going to say peace. And when I say peace, I'm saying peace because I'm going to give you that peace as well. I'm going to be the one where you come in, you need to vent, I'm listening, I care about it, and let's try to find a solution. Okay, so that'd be top 2. 3 would be just some understanding. Like I said, a lot of stuff outside of sex is intangible stuff. Like just some understanding, some patience with us. We're not perfect. We're not detailed as y'all would like us to be. I seen a post earlier about a woman that was upset that this man bought her flowers and he didn't buy a vase or he didn't buy the flower food. We not thinking about that shit. You asked for flowers. I bought flowers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's stuff like that. I feel like. If we just have a conversation, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. We gotta both not be afraid to have those conversations and get to the bottom line. Like, and for men, like, we really need stuff like detailed in a sense. Mm-hmm. You tell us you want us to go to the store and get a certain type of orange juice. Get that, write that orange juice down. Don't just say orange juice, because we're gonna go in the store and get some orange juice.
Yeah.
That bitch go have HEB, Walmart, whatever. Like, if you want simply, say simply.
She just said that she doesn't talk to anybody outside of her tax bracket. I don't. Cool. If you don't date anybody outside your tax bracket, then you just said that men that have a lot of money are gonna cheat. So why are you
even dating? And I've seen that nothing but broke niggas cheat. So I've given broke niggas chances.
So you just made my point twice.
So you asked me what I wanted. I told you a fucking unicorn, and I can tell you what I want, and not mean that I'm gonna find a fucking unicorn. Why do you want a unicorn?
Why don't you want anybody that has some qualities that don't meet exactly the standard, but that can be fixed, that can be worked with?
Do I look like a fucking auto body shop for men?
You don't have to be an auto body shop.
You didn't get that shit from your parents and growing up and going to therapy and going to heal, man. That is not my fucking job to heal you, okay?
Nobody said heal.
That's where men and women have to get that shit. It is not my job to help you pull out of your narcissistic personality. It's not my job to work with you while you try to figure it out.
Not everybody's perfect for you. You have to work with somebody to work with you.
If I've done the work and gone to therapy, my nigga, you need to do it too now. If you ain't got your shit together.
Well, if you need therapy and I don't need therapy, it sounds like you're the problem and not me.
No, I think in the black community, people put mental health as you're crazy, and that doesn't mean anything about you're crazy, because I think that sometimes our parents have taught us toxic behaviors when it comes to relationships, and you need to unlearn those behaviors.
You don't respect yourself, King.
My demon time.
Quit throwing your meat around. Like, just sit down somewhere.
My demon time ain't nothing nice. Nah, but I mean, I really, honestly, I don't believe in all that, so I don't know where that comes. That's like a thing that I think women created to.
So what you're saying is you never had an experience where you fucked a slut who was very lost, and maybe a couple days after you felt weird. You know, you felt some weird energy inside. Like you was kind of maybe a little just depressed or whatever. But you never had an experience where you felt like who you slept with impacted the rest of your week. Like
no.
Okay. You probably did. You just didn't acknowledge it.
No. I mean, I know what I'm getting myself into.
I know you're going to think about this next time you have sex with somebody. You're going to pay attention to your emotions.
I'm going to try to. I'm actually going to try to. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean. So you think that black men should go to therapy?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't say that, but I absolutely think. Yeah, I definitely do. I think that everyone in the world should go to therapy because we all dealing with shit. We are all going through shit, and my shit that has no more weight than yours, because
that's a fact.
It has, you know what I'm saying? Like it has so much to do with your past, like how you react to situations has nothing to do with who you are. It has everything to do with how you were treated when you were growing up. So.
I mean,
yeah, I absolutely do.
We're sitting here talking about all this traditional and what is traditional. Would you date someone that you would deem as traditional?
Yeah, I ain't gonna. Yeah, I would.
Women to sit at home and just do nothing.
But see, sitting at home and doing. If you think taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, because look, me personally, this is gonna sound like a wild number. I want to have 4 kids, 5 kids. I want a whole basketball squad.
Talk your shit, Red.
You know what I'm saying? So I need my woman to have that maternity time to take care of the kids. I need her to be there to, nurture those children while I'll go in and put in the hard work. My dad, me from my experience, my dad used to work 12, 13 hours, and we was always taking care of craziest Christmases of all times. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So that's how I seen stuff. My dad made sure that we never needed for nothing. And like I said, I just kind of want the same thing. So could I date a woman who had traditional views? Yeah, most definitely.
I believe in more of a hybrid situation. We are a team. This is a partnership. Doesn't matter who's making more money. Let's come to the table, put our suggestions on, whichever has the most logic, that's what we're going with. Not saying I'm right all the time, and I mean, I'm right most of the time, but that's neither here nor there.
So then
What
how would you be able to determine who has the much more logic? So now you're, instead of playing on money, right, which is more important, is who's fucking smarter in this situation.
It's not about smarter.
No,
logic doesn't necessarily mean smarts necessarily. Like it's niggas in my hood that ain't go to college at all, but they're very logical.
How do you respond to women who say, well, I try to communicate with him, but he doesn't express himself? So you guys say you want a woman that you can like communicate or express yourself with, but sometimes we feel like we don't get enough of that from y'all. So what does it take for us to get that from you?
Trust. I think the main thing is trust. If he don't trust you, he's not gonna open up to you. And a lot of cases, he wasn't able to get that space to open up. So if he never gets that, or he knows that you're gonna flip it on him eventually, he's not gonna open up. And I think that's the issue. And a lot of men, it only happens to happen one time. We don't keep bumping our heads. Like women are getting in terrible relationships 5-6 times in a row. A man get cheated on one time, he treating all the women like trash. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's stuff like that. We learn one time and then we move accordingly after that. That's seriously how we move. And so when one woman does as bad, it's like, well, I can't do it because this woman.
So now all of the other women got to pay for what the previous woman did?
All of y'all. Until you provide that space where I know for sure that you're not going to flip this on me, you're not going to get all of it.
How would she be able to prove that to you if you're already like putting that on her from the previous woman? That you're bringing in baggage.
It could be your attitude, It's, like I said, again, and sometimes it's not malicious. You guys don't do it on purpose. But it'll be a slight little argument, and you flip it on him some kind of way, and he's like, damn, I didn't, this was personal. This was something that I didn't think you would use against me. So now I didn't kept this in the back of my head. I'm not ever going to open up to you something like that deep again.
The possibility is there to date somebody that's traditional. But it had to align with what I think is traditional in a sense. I mean, if they think just traditional is staying home and, providing for the kids, cooking for me, catering to every aspect of me, and not working towards more goals for themselves, I can't do that. because I want you to find goals or find another happiness than me. Wherever I'm not here, I want you to find another passion that makes you happy. Because if I'm not there and you don't have no other happiness, it's not going to benefit you or the kids or anything else. So no, I can't. No, traditional is not for me. We both need to be striving towards goals, have goals, something that makes you happy besides me.
Would you date somebody that's traditional today? Like,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Come on.
I would say yes. I would, because, and I think a lot of it has everything to do with the fact that I didn't grow up in a traditional family, and when I have seen and witnessed, maybe some of your friends that have traditional families or just your extended family, when I've seen that traditional family life, I love it. I love the support of it all. Definitely. Because I think that tradition also has a lot of good attributes, being that you're supportive and that you have a well-oiled machine for your family, and that you know who you can lean on and depend on, and I like that. And because I didn't grow up with that, so yes, I would say I would date a traditional man.
I'm that type of person. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna make sure I put in all the time to make sure that my household has what it needs.
So this could just be out of occupational hazard. I don't know, but if your mom. Not saying your mom wasn't amazing, because I know y'all. I know your family is amazing. Like, I know that personally. But do you think that you could have possibly had a closer bond with your dad had he not worked so many hours, and it was more like on both ends? Because listen, like, you gonna have more time with both parents if they both in their bag.
No, my dad spent a lot of time with us regardless.
I did. I went there.
My dad spent a lot of time. Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
He took us to baseball games. He took us to football games. He took us to football practice, like basketball practice. My dad was there regardless. That nigga probably slept 3 hours a day.
And I know that's true, but it could have been more healthy for him if your mom, like, not again, your mom is amazing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, if it's coming from both backgrounds, I'm just, because, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know y'all's parents. I know y'all's family. I know y'all come from an amazing background. But if we're talking about in today's day and age, like, I feel like children, because you brought children into it, right? I feel like children could benefit more if both parents are bringing something,
in today's society. I mean, it's, for most families, is going to need both parents, because.
Okay, but you said for you think that you could date a more traditional woman. So I just asked the question.
Yeah,
for me, personally, I don't think it can happen.
Would I date a traditional person? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't, based on my definition of tradition and what I've been used to, yes.
Would I? Yes. Do I want it? No. I want a little bit of both. I want to be able to. I want to be the man, of course. I don't want no arguing back and forth. Mm-hmm. I don't want you questioning me, like, because we're gonna have a discussion and I'm gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come to you about a situation, about car, house, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. We have a discussion about it, and I want you to trust me to make the right decision and not us go back and forth. So I don't want a traditional relationship, because I want her to work too, and we both bring this bread home. What's better than one billionaire?
Have to cook or clean.
Two. Huh?
She doesn't have to cook or clean?
No, I can cook and clean. I can do all that myself. Now, sometimes, cook sometimes for your boy, but I can do all that myself.
And I'm agree with her. Like, yeah, like I definitely would date a traditional woman today. Like, I love that shit. Like, I like the whole idea of, cooking and cleaning, coming home to soul food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got my mom, my dad in my life.
We both cooking, and we're both cleaning.
Yeah, baby girl cooking 90% of the time. Baby girl traditional. I'm talking traditional. You know what I'm saying?
Traditional baby don't mean that you don't clean and I
barbecue. I barbecue on on the Memorial Day. You know what I'm saying? If that's what cooking you talking about cooking, but yeah,
that's not what I'm talking.
I'm big on the traditional. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I would love to have a woman today like that's traditional. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit. So I ain't got so many options, but hey, we're gonna figure it out. And that's that on that.
Modern women do not respect men because of the facts that I just said in previous 5 to 10 minutes. Women are making their own money. And when you are making money, that like power comes with that. Ego comes with that. Entitlement comes with that. We can sit here and dance around it in the ideal world. Yeah, I'm making a lot of money, but I'm very humble and I'm very open to. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not open to a motherfucker telling you how to spend the money that you made. So what that means is that it's like that man's gonna have hell trying to work with this woman. And that's why most women in this era that are making legitimate money are difficult to deal with. They are difficult. It is what it is. And that's my view.
I feel like that's probably the women you surround yourself with, because if you was really dealing with pure women, they're not going to agree with that.
So let me put you on record. Are you saying that most women are not difficult?
No, because to me it sounds like everything that we've talked about in the past. Let me do you 10 minutes, right? has only been about money. It literally everything you say is about money.
But it's not. It's
but
about
that's
control.
what you're talking on.
That's what I'm speaking about. Control, not the money. The money is like a bipartisan of it. I'm talking about control.
So as a modern day woman, I can respect a man without thinking he has to make more money than me in order to respect him.
As a modern day woman, you are not letting a man control you and how you move. You are not. You can sit here and say, exactly, that's what I'm saying. But traditionally, men controlled the environment.
I don't see it as control. I see it as a joint. Like I said, it's maybe we have differences in how the tradition works, right? Mm-hmm. You think it's all about control. Coming from a Vietnamese Asian household, we let the man speak for us and do what needs to be. But before that, there's also that joint decision and joint communication of what things are about to happen.
But does he have veto power?
No.
Stop it.
No.
We are not going to do that. We're not going to sit here and say Asian men don't have veto power. I have last say. I'm the man of this family. That's how the heritage works. We'll sit here and do that. We're not gonna do that.
No, men do not have veto power.
You are speaking very anecdotal. You are.
No, I'm speaking about my parents.
That's anecdotal. But for the majority, Asian people aside, everybody.
So then I guess I'm going to say I can't speak for majority. I speak on my experience and what I know. Okay?
That's safe.
And that's that. Okay, thanks. Peace out.
If we're talking about Kenny's traditional caveman, absolutely fuck no. I would not want any piece or part of that. But
you don't even want nothing to deal with your own traditional. What are you talking about?
I said I wanted... No, shut up. I said I wanted my own traditional.
You made your own traditional and said hell no.
No.
What does that even mean?
I said hell no to your sense of traditional.
If we record this back, she said traditional, hell no.
Does it exist? He's asked, does it exist? Does it exist? I believe it doesn't exist.
Just give your opinion on the question, lady.
He said, does it exist, little man?
No, he said, could you date somebody that believes in traditional relationships?
And he said, just said that now.
No, your
he said,
idea.
Just said that now.
Your idea. Your idea.
Yes.
You could.
Yes.
Okay. Well, give your 30, 40 second soliloquy, whatever you got, and let it go.
Out of here. The answer is... Yes, I could definitely date someone in the definition of my definition of traditional. Okay. Not this caveman bullshit to the right of me.
Why are you got to downplay my idea?
I'm just saying, and yes, I would love to do that. I mean, that would be great.
You love to date a broke man that cheats on you.
No. That's not what I said. That's not what I... Fuck you! That's not what I said!